Why would anyone want to record on VHS in 2018? Well, the answers might surprise you. Hello everyone, I'm Todd Hilton from Nowhere Video Productions, and today I wanted to talk about recording on VHS in 2018. Why the heck would somebody want to record on VHS in this day and age, where we have HD, 4K, 8K, 10K, Special K, whatever? It's gotten out of control. I mean, how clear is clear enough? Well, if we're going back old school, there are a couple of good reasons why somebody might want to record on VHS. This could be artistic reasons. They're looking for that specific look because it brings feelings of nostalgia. I myself would be included. My first almost 20 years of making videos was primarily on VHS. And eventually these things became a dime a dozen. So wasting tape was no longer a concern. The other reason somebody might want to record on VHS is if they're doing a period piece where something is taking place in the 80s, the 90s, even up through the early 2000s. What I actually find amusing is that some video makers, millennials, might be using digital effects to recreate the anomalies that analog video originally had. And to a certain extent, I appreciate that because it gives the feeling of nostalgia, imperfections. It brings back feelings of simpler times. Even when I was growing up, renting videos from the video store. That's something we did frequently when I was younger. We'd go to the video store and rent a stack of movies to watch over the weekend. And I think adding these analog glitches to video, it gives it a feeling of being something from the past, and it's actually appealing. I do think that it's slightly overdone, and I have mixed feelings about it. One mistake that I commonly see when someone is trying to recreate the effect of a VHS camera is that you will see it widescreen. Well, folks, I hate to tell you, but VHS never produced a widescreen image. It was produced on screens that were this dimension, 4x3. There was no widescreen. So when you see adaptations that are trying to represent a VHS image and it's 16:9, it's not real. It's been manipulated in post-production. And, excuse me one second. Why don't I just change this up so we can see what I'm talking about here? Okay, so now we're in HD, we're in widescreen. This is what folks are used to seeing now. Now, from my standpoint, I have actually intentionally recorded on VHS a few times, actually just recently, because I was trying to achieve a look of a certain time period, something from the 90s. There's a scene I was working on recently that is supposed to be a clip from a public access TV show, which, if you don't know, that's a great deal of my background was in public access TV. So I wanted to shoot it authentically, and I actually shot it on a VHS camera. I wasn't going to go into post-production and turn my HD video into what sort of looked like VHS. My thing is, if you want it to look like VHS, shoot it on VHS. Do you know that I got this camera on eBay for 15 bucks? No joke. 15 plus shipping. These things are a dime a dozen now because nobody wants them. They're obsolete. But you know what? These things still work. This camera here is over 25 years old and it still works. Let's see how many of these digital products still work in 25 years. And what's even funnier about the scene that I shot, I had brought tapes with me to shoot that scene, and when we arrived on the scene to shoot, I'd forgotten my tapes. So I was going from store to store trying to find tapes, and to my surprise, nobody was selling blank VHS tapes. They are still out there, but they're getting harder to find. So we ended up going into a storage unit, Mr. Mark Johnson's, and I retrieved one of his tapes out of storage, and we ended up shooting this scene on a tape that was 25 years old. It was almost completely blank. So what we recorded on was blank tape. But the thing was 25 years old, sitting in storage, and it turned out fine. That just goes to show you the longevity of these tapes. Now, there are certain reasons why we get these defects in the VHS tapes. They're analog recordings. They're recorded magnetically. And because of that process, you will end up with these glitches, anomalies, whatever you'd like to call them, that you will only see on tape. And something that you may not know is the more the tape was played, the more the tape would actually wear out. You could actually wear out a VHS tape until it looked like crap when you played it. Another thing that would affect the quality of your video, if you went to your local drugstore and you bought brand X VHS tape, it would look like garbage. And I have actually fallen victim to that myself. Back in the day when I was using these on a daily basis, sometimes I bought cheap crap, and it showed. The quality of the video was absolutely horrific. And it's funny now that people are trying to duplicate these exact same anomalies in digital video to make it look like crap. Blows my mind. So there are reasons to shoot on VHS. It's an artistic choice, and it can be used to convey a certain time period. And for folks like me, it's not a big deal to record something on VHS and then turn around and digitally capture it and then edit the thing digitally. And now I have authentic VHS recordings that will achieve the look that I'm trying to get because it was done the way it was intended. Something else I've seen in TV shows over the years, when they're showing what the viewfinder of the camera looks like, and it'll say REC in the top corner like you're recording, and it's always widescreen, full color. And I can't think of any instance where I've actually seen an authentic viewfinder look, especially if it's trying to be something that was recorded on VHS. When I did the movie Righteous Quest 4, which was shot on multiple cameras, one of the cameras was used specifically for the point of view that we were recording. And so I wanted to show the viewfinder. Now, granted, I was not able to record the viewfinder, but when I edited, I created a template of graphics that actually represented the actual camera that we used. So when you see these clips in Righteous Quest 4, this is an authentic graphic recreation of the Panasonic AG450. It is accurate. Like I said, it is not the actual display, but it looks exactly like it, down to the box in the middle. That's just one of those things that if I want something to be accurate, I'm going to go that extra mile and make it look the way it's supposed to look in real life. Not some Hollywood special effect, just throw it together, REC, oh, that's a viewfinder. I'm going to go legit. Well, that's my feelings on VHS. Yes, it is possible, it is feasible, and if you want your video to look like VHS, the options are out there. These things are a dime a dozen now. The only thing wrong with this camera was it did not come with a battery, but that's understandable because a battery that's 20 plus years old probably won't hold a charge anymore. But it did come with the AC adapter, so I was good to go. 15 bucks. And now you got real VHS. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you watching and listening to me blab. Keep up with the world of Nowhere Video Productions, the home of unique entertainment. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Todd Hilton. Thanks for watching.